There is no dispute that those who fought global terrorism in the Middle East are the Kurdish fighters. The war against ISIS has not been easy. 2 years after ISIS declared its mandate in the city of Raqqa, it killed more than 300 civilians, including children and women, in few hours during the Kobani massacre. From the earliest days of the ISIS threat to Erbil, the Iraqi Kurdistan, ISIS has been under the telescope of the global economic policies. Western countries came together to stop the expansion of ISIS and support the Kurdish fighters, and then the flow of arms from Germany and France and under the umbrella of the US planes that played a crucial role in covering the legendary Kurdish fighting against ISIS. The Kurds defeated ISIS and Syrian women were freed. Despite opposition from NATO and the other European countries, America has given Turkey the green light with pro-Turkish Syrian mercenaries to enter Rasalain and Tel Abyad.
And I told that to President Erdogan. I said, don't hurt any of our people get hurt. Big trouble. If you look at some of the Kurds, as you know, that's a natural enemy of Turkey. Specifically, as I said, I mean, they have natural enemies. They've been fighting each other for, somebody said today, hundreds of years. I mean, one historian said they've been fighting for hundreds of years.
The positions of the United States on the Kurds have completely changed, especially since Erdogan does not stop making political and economic concessions to the US administration in order to eliminate the Kurdish dream in the Middle East. Erdogan's long-term goal is to eliminate the coherent and well-trained military force such as the SDF and support extremist Syrian military factions for Turkey.
Those who are part of the terror corridor in Syria will receive the necessary lesson. There is no single difference between the PKK, YPG, PYD, and Islamic State.
The administration's changeful attitudes towards the Kurds have not changed so quickly, but President Donald Trump has sent a message to the Europeans that he has no problem if the Turkish operation in northeast Syria undermines the 5-year-old fight against ISIS and oil in any way.
And again, the Kurds are going to be watching. We're working with the Kurds. We have a good relationship with the Kurds. But we never agreed to, protect the Kurds. We fought with them for 3.5 to 4 years. We never agreed to protect the Kurds for the rest of their lives.
Ey Avrupa Birliği! Kendinize gelin. Bak yine söylüyorum. Bizim şu andaki operasyonumuzu bir işgal hareketi diye nitelendirmeye çalışırsanız işimiz kolay. Kapıları açarız. 3,6 milyon mülteciyi sizlere göndeririz.
All international reactions are that Trump has abandoned the Kurds in order to place Turkey. And as a result, the number of opponents of the US President Donald Trump's policy is increasing day by day.
The most imprisoned journalists in the world are not in North Korea, they are not in Russia, they are not in Iran, they languish in Turkish prisons. This doesn't happen in a democracy. President Trump, I urge you to cancel this invitation.
Everyone should look in the mirror and he'll see a terrorist there, the head of a government which is a state sponsor of terrorism, which supports groups that have committed terrible atrocities. Don't invite them, send them home, send them packing. Give them a one-way ticket to The Hague.
Turkish President Erdogan has taken the following actions. 1, launched an attack on a key ally of ours, in fact, the key ally in our fight against ISIS terrorists. 2, President Erdogan and his forces have killed over 200 in these attacks, displaced over 300,000, and enabled the release of over 100 ISIS prisoners. 3, Erdogan is using jihadi proxies that include a lot of al-Qaeda elements, and they are committing gross human rights abuses.
He, under Erdogan, cannot be seen as an ally. How many more times do we need to see Turkey betray the values upon which NATO was established?
Trump's betrayal of the Kurds means that he fully agrees to the assassination of Hafrin Khalaf, the head of the Syria's Future Party. Thus, he declares that America supports global terrorism. The Turkish occupation of the Kurdish areas in Syria is just the beginning of the spread of terrorism worldwide with Turkish and American approval, especially that thousands of ISIS fighters who were in the SDF presence will go to Europe and to the world to complete their Islamic project. The Kurds were the safety valve against terrorism in the region and the world, but the world lost his safety because of Trump and Erdogan. Kurdish fighters have proved to the whole world that they were the torch of hope and freedom for the rest of the region's population, and that the colorful life is more beautiful than the black one, covered the areas of ISIS. No one knows to what extent Erdogan has the ability to bring ISIS fighters into the American home.
I spoke to President Erdogan of Turkey. We're doing very, very well with Turkey. There's a ceasefire or a pause or whatever you want to call it. There was some sniper fire this morning. There was mortar fire this morning that was eliminated quickly.